Hi everyone, so let's get into another sample from our recent New York City meetup. This one being Little Book, Chapter 7, in retrospect, 118.1 proof, courtesy of my friend, Angry Irish Mac. So Angry Mac, I cannot thank you enough for this. I have been wanting to try this for some time. I've seen it on the shelf. It's got $150 MSRP. Never was quite sure about it or the entire Booker series. So this will be my first one of any of them that I've tried. But most importantly, definitely follow Angry Irish Mac. He's got great content. He is definitely one of the more descriptive people when he does a tasting, a review. He is extremely detailed in all parts of the tasting. So definitely follow Angry Irish Mac as well as his Tuesday night bar reviews. Definitely follow Angry Mac. So there's definitely a lot to unpack with this one. There's a lot of detail, a lot of complexity to this pour. So first of all, it's Little Book Chapter 7 in retrospect. It is a blended straight whiskey. And because it's not just bourbon in here, it's a blend of 7 cask strength whiskeys. I'm going to get into that in a second. The company is Jim Beam Suntory. Distillery is Jim Beam Distillery. It was released in September of last year, 2023. The proof is 118.1. So the age it is officially not age stated in terms of one age because it's a blend of many ages. You have a blend of 4, 5, 9, 10, 17, and 18-year-old whiskeys. And that's a lot there. The mash bill is an undisclosed percentage of a blend of 1 malt whiskey, 2 rye, and 4 bourbons. And specifically, as far as the breakout of the years, if I have my information right, there's a 4-year-old rye, there's a 4-year-old bourbon, a 5-year-old straight malt whiskey finished in applewood smoked barrels. That's definitely good. I predict that's going to have some influence in this. A 9-year-old bourbon, a 10-year-old rye, 17-year-old bourbon, and an 18-year-old bourbon. So you got a swing of 4 years to 18 years old. That is quite interesting. And a rye, a malt, bourbons all together. And from what I understand, it's one. Each of them represents one from the previous chapter, so that would be 6 chapters previously and 1 new one to represent the 7th chapter. So that's a lot going on in here, and that's just some of the basic facts, but I really cannot wait to get this in a glass. So let's do that right now and get started. Okay, so we have this poured in a glass, and just so you know, what I did with this and what I'm going to do with all the other samples from the New York City meetup, I just kind of stuck my hand in the box, picked this one out randomly, so we saw where there is going to be no science to this, especially since I have Angry Mac, David Rickhouse, Bourbon Barry, all gave me samples. From this point on, I'm just going to stick my hand in there and pick one out, and this was the pick right now, this Little Book Chapter 7. So let's get right into the nose. Very interesting. I'm getting a lot here. There's definitely a fruit element to this, and I'm expecting that based on, especially with that applewood smoked barrels, but even more so. There's definitely a rye spice. I know we have 2 ryes in here in this blend. Rye spice, fruit, caramel, vanilla, those traditional bourbon smells. But I'm definitely getting rye spice. I'm definitely getting fruit. There's just a lot going on here, but I am very anxious to get into the taste. Cheers. That's good. That's very good. That is a nice finish. There's definitely a lot going on here. Let me just get into the taste. Well, the fruit that got on the nose, I am definitely getting on the taste. I am definitely getting a hefty dose of rye spice. So you have to figure the 2 ryes in that blend, and as well as the bourbons could be high rye bourbons as well, although we can't tell from that. I'm going to guess that they are. So you get 2 straight ryes, and the bourbons that probably have high rye mash balls, just my guess. I am getting fruit. I'm getting caramel, vanilla. There's so many. I can, somewhere in there, I can detect that malt, trying to find that applewood smoked barrels, but it's amazing that you have so many different, almost recipes in this, and yet it all comes together so nicely. I would not even know that there are all these different blends. I would just say this is a high rye bourbon, but this is not. Again, this is a blend of 7 straight whiskeys. I'm trying to see if I can get that malt in there. It's subtle in there, but I mean, I definitely get the rye. Definitely get that rye spice. I'm getting fruit, caramel, vanilla. I'm trying to. I'm not sure if there's any cinnamon there, but there's just a lot going on. This is a very, very nice pour. This is a complex pour, but yet it's amazing with all this. This comes together so nicely. Well, this definitely makes me want to look into some of these past, chapters in this series. Try a Booker's. I have not had a Booker's. In fact, I think I'm going to have one. I think the other sample from Angry Mac is a Booker's. So very excited for that. But this is my first one of this, and I could see, this is not an inexpensive pour. I can see $150 as to why it might be that. I know there's a lot that goes into this. It's more than I would usually spend on a typical bottle, but this is definitely something special. Well, I saved the other half. I have a feeling that's going to go real quick. Anyway, Angry Mac, I want to thank you again so much for this. This is great. I'm glad I got this introduction into the Little Book series, and I'm going to get an introduction to the rest of the Booker series. Try the other one. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this, and stay tuned for the future further reviews on the other samples. Definitely follow Angry Irish Mac, and I will be doing the rest of the samples in the coming days, weeks, in the middle of other reviews and other bottles and other stuff going on. Cheers, take care, thanks for watching.